and welcome to Roadside Notes. I'm Christopher, the Route 66 chaplain, and these are the readings from the Faith and Good Courage Journal found at faithandgoodcourage.com. These are stories from and for the road, a little grace for the miles ahead, and reminders that hope still travels with us. Gratitude Reciprocates. It's from my journal entry on April 23, 2026. Gratitude reciprocates. Really? I didn't fully understand that until the day she stopped me at the counter of a small Route 66 diner and said, "I've been hoping I'd see you again." It was one of those places with chrome trim and a mechanic shop next door. The kind of diner where the coffee is strong and the regulars don't need to see menus. I'd been there before, quite a few times, and I'd left one of my small handwritten notes tucked under the sugar dispenser. Nothing signed, just a simple sentence that read, "The world is better because you're in it." I didn't think much of it. I left it and drove on. The next time I came in, she recognized me. There was something different in her eyes. Not dramatic, not emotional, just intentional. "You're the one who leaves those notes sometimes, aren't you?" she asked. I gave my usual half smile and a shrug. I don't like drawing attention to it. The notes aren't about me. She leaned in slightly and said, "I almost threw one away." She told me about that morning. Her car battery had died in the parking lot. She managed to get it jumped and roll it next door to the mechanic. The answer was simple. It's done. She didn't have the money. She didn't tell anyone. She didn't post about it. She just prayed, walking back across the cracked asphalt. "Lord, I don't know how this is going to work." Then she tied her apron on and went back to pouring coffee. Later that afternoon, a traveler reached for the sugar, and the note fell out. He read it quietly, finished his meal, paid his bill, but he left a tip larger than usual, larger than she'd ever seen from that one booth. She thought it was a mistake, but he told her it wasn't, she said. He didn't mention the note. He didn't preach. He just left. Now, a few other customers that day tipped more than normal. Nothing flashy, just slightly more. By closing time, she counted everything, and it was exactly enough. She had enough for the battery. She looked at me across the counter. "I never told anyone about that prayer," she said, "but I kept thinking about that note. If I had thrown it away, maybe none of that would have happened." That's when I felt it. Not pride, gratitude. Grateful she had left it there. Grateful she shared the story. Grateful that something so small had moved without my help. She said she kept the note under the sugar after that. She said, "I figured maybe it needed to keep moving." I didn't leave the diner feeling important. I left feeling humbled. Humbled by her honesty. Humbled by her grace she received. Humbled that I was allowed to hear about it all. Gratitude reciprocates, not because we orchestrate it, not because we deserve to see the outcome, but because small acts, received with thankfulness and passed forward, refuse to stop where you leave them. Sometimes heaven lets you hear about the harvest, not so you can take credit, but so you can stay grateful. In my roadside reflection, you may never know what you leave behind and how far it travels. A handwritten note, a quiet prayer, an unexpected tip. Gratitude reciprocates because it invites someone else to carry it forward. When you plant something small and walk away, you are not in control of what grows. And sometimes that's the gift, not seeing it all, just hearing enough to remain humble and grateful for the grace that kept moving without you. Travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.